Now this one we definitely need to write as a power, okay? So just right below that I'm going to convert this to a power function. So when you have a square root, what's the power? Does anybody remember? Close. It's going to be a fraction.
1/2?
1/2, yes. Square root is the same as to the 1/2 power. So we need to write it that way so we can use the power rule to find the derivative, right? If you're trying to find where the derivative doesn't exist, you need to know how to take the derivative. In order to do that, you need to convert it to a power. Okay? To determine the points where the derivative doesn't exist. So to take the derivative, we'll use the power rule plus the chain rule because we have to figure out the derivative of the inside. So it's going to be 1/2 3 minus x, and then subtract 1 from the exponent, so it would be to the negative 1/2. But we need to multiply by the derivative of the inside. The derivative of 3 is 0, but the derivative of negative x is negative 1. So again, we're using the power rule and the chain rule to take the derivative for step 1. Okay, so how would you, what would you do with this negative exponent? Make it positive and do what with it? Yeah, put it under the fraction, right? So in the negative 1, you can just stick out front, doesn't matter, wherever it goes. I stuck it out front and I took that expression, I put it on the bottom, and then what I did was I reconverted it to a radical. So it does become positive 1/2 on the bottom, but that reconverts to a square root of 3 minus x. Don't forget this negative out front. In fact, for this problem, it won't matter because you're still just setting the bottom equal to 0, right? And figuring out where it doesn't exist.
Where'd you get 2?
Yeah, when you do the power rule, you pull the 1/2 out front and the 2 goes on the bottom. So we're going to set this denominator equal to 0 and figure out what x would have to be to make it 0. You can already see it's going to be what though? What would x be to make the bottom 0? 3, right? Because it'd be square root of 0, 0 times 2 is 0. So x cannot be equal to 3. That's our x value. In order to figure out y, then we're going to take this number, plug it back into the original function, and that will give us the point where the derivative doesn't exist. Okay, the original function was square root of 3 minus x, but the square root of 3 minus 3 is 0. So our point is going to be 3, 0. Again, I want to look at the graph of this so you can see what it looks like. It's going to be an endpoint, right? Which is where the derivative doesn't exist. All right, here's our function. Here's the point 3, 0. Can everybody see that the graph just stops right there? And so you can't draw a tangent line there because there's no graph to the right. It has to exist from the left and right. We know that from the definition of the derivative. F of x plus h minus f of x over h. H has to be both positive and negative. So that's an endpoint. That's why the derivative doesn't exist there.